All right. Hey, everybody. I wanted to, I'm going to change. There we go. Okay, I'm going to change how I see. Let's just go back to that. I like that better. Okay, we're going to talk some about the brand new outline. Because the biggest thing is I don't want you guys to have this outline and be like, what in the world? Like, how do I make this work? What am I supposed to do? And the three of you, did you see what I just recently changed and posted in the pin post like a couple hours ago? Have you guys seen it yet?
I saw where you posted, but I didn't see the actual pin yet. I hadn't been able to.
Okay. I'll go in and I'm going to show it to you guys. And I'm going to show you how it all kind of works together. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. I guess this is our page here. Just need to scroll up a little bit. Exit out. Okay. All right. So let's see more. Okay. So this is always going to be in the pin post. And what my goal is as we add to these outlines here, they're all going to be here. Okay. So my goal is to have like a fajita margarita one. As we get closer to the holidays, like a holiday one with all the holiday gift giving type stuff, where we have all of, the different new products that we have and gift giving for the holidays. Have a few different options and have them in the pin post. And so if you have a show, let's say you're doing the one pot meal show and someone books a party, you can say, here are the different themes that I offer, and just let them pick which one. And so then it's not necessarily, okay, what's our outline, for October? What's our outline for November? You have all these different outlines you can pick from your host can pick on, based from what style party they want to do. Okay. So that's kind of my goal. We're starting with this one, but I hope to get another one in here soon. And that way we have another option, for our people. And so that way too, let's say someone's like, yeah, I want to have a party. You don't have to feel like you're going to, do it the next month or whatever. You can do it the next week because you have options to give them as far as outlines. Okay. So where it says one pot meal outline. Okay. If you have post my party, this is going to take you to the post my party. Raise your hand if you use post my party versus send share. Do any of you use post my party versus send share? Okay. So if you're doing post my party, basically it's going to take you to the post my party. You have to be logged in, which I think I already am logged in. Share template through the link. You're just going to start the import process. I don't want to start this process because I've already done it, so I don't want duplicates here. But start the import process, and then all you're going to do is copy and paste the wording and paste it in the next box. Okay, so that's kind of how the post my party one works. Now, okay, if you go to send share and click on the send share outline, let's get it pulled up here. To me, doing both of them, and I've done post my party and I've done send share. To me, oh, Jean, Jean just,
yeah.
Hey, are you on your cell phone or are you?
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone, but I just hear you. That's it.
Try clicking on that. Are you at home or where are you?
I am at home.
Try doing it from your computer, Jean, and seeing if you click on that same link in our team page. If you click on that same link, see if it'll take you.
I couldn't find it in the team page. That was the problem.
Let me tag you in it real quick.
I couldn't find it in the team page.
Yeah, I just, let me see. I'll tag you in it real quick.
Okay.
Okay, I just tagged you in it. So it should go back up to the top and you should be able just to click on it from your computer. Okay, so.
Just carry on. I'll find it.
Okay. When you click on the link from SendShare. Okay, it's going to take you to this page here. And then you're going to, and you're just going to import posts. Okay, so when you import posts, it's going to save them all for you. I'll just go ahead and show you. Okay, see how I'm in the saved spot right here? Okay, so now what you're going to do, this one right here, these are old ones. I'm gonna have to move us. Hold on. Where did we go? Slide us over here. Okay, I'm gonna delete those two right there so I don't get confused. Okay. All right, so basically this one right here is where we start. Okay, so there she is. There you are. Can you see us now, Jean? Okay, so this one where it says, sounds like a party to me, welcome to, it says Melody's Pampered Chef Party. Okay, that's going to be the very first one. So now what you're going to do when you want to import all these, okay, basically you're just going to click, I don't want to, you can over here, see where it says select all? You can click select all, which it'll select all of these. But my problem is with doing select all right now is I have other posts saved in here. Let's just try it. Okay, select all. There it is. I'm going to check mark them all. Then you're going to batch post. See where it says batch post 64. Okay, so 64 of them. Takes a second to move all these. Okay, there they all are. Okay, so first thing, always uncheck yourself. Otherwise, it's posting on your personal timeline, which is not good. Okay, so uncheck you. So then what you really need to do before you do this is come over here and do this little circle right here with the wavy and refresh your page, do the little arrow so it pulls your parties from Facebook and puts them over here, okay? So that way they're right here when you go to check. So first thing is, you know, you need to be sure that your Facebook party is actually already in SendShare. Okay, so that's going to be step number one. So then you can come over here and say, okay, I want to post to this party. Whoops, I accidentally hit it. Well, now that I'm here, so this refresh button, we keep getting in the way. This refresh button right here, okay, if you hit that, it pulls all of them from Facebook over here. And then the ones that it pulls, they're going to have a turquoise heart if it just pulled it over and it's brand new. So see how this one has a turquoise heart? This one has it. So then you just click it, come back up here, refresh it. Okay, and that is going to pull all of it over here to SendShare. Okay, so then when you pull that outline, which hopefully it's not gone now that I accidentally hit this page, it may be, which is not a big deal. I can just go back into saved. They don't go away once they're in saved unless you delete them. Okay, so if I go back over here, let me see if they disappeared. Yeah, they're gone. Okay, so check mark. Oh, wait. I'm being impatient, apparently. Yep. Okay, wait, no, these are the ones going to our event. You know, the event that I'm running on our page right now with all the posts, these are them. So that doesn't help me. Okay, so basically you go over here to the check mark. You're going to go to where it says saved. Then you can select all.
Hey, Mel.
Uh-huh.
You go to history.
On this, You can go and make it easier if you want to select all, go up and type in the one pot meal, and it won't select everything. You don't have to do it individually.
On the save too?
Yeah.
Even if I,
You just go to the one pot meal and click on it.
okay, I do that when parties have already.
Yeah, it does. It works on the save too.
Same thing. Okay, that's good. That's good enough because I do it all the time on history, you know, because I pull up past parties, but I hadn't done it on the actual saved ones before. Okay, so now we can select all. Boom. Now we can batch post. Okay, starting with the welcome. Okay, so unclick yourself. Go away. And then you're going to go down and choose the parties that you're wanting to post to. So let's just do, this is one of my friends, so I'll just do that. Okay, now apply interval. Watch what happens here though. When you apply interval, see what happened to my times? All of them are now 12:49 p.m. Okay, so this is where I posted what I did today. Okay, so over here, and I'm going to go back to our Facebook page. Okay, right here. Click on past events. Right now we're still running it, but soon it'll be a past event. Okay, to see all the posts for the one meal outline. Okay, so here is the setup for what the days are going to look like. Pre-post day 1 has 4 posts, 8, 12, 5, 8. Okay, so basically you would come over here. Now watch them disappear. Okay, then you're going to go, I need to change this for a different. Okay. We're in the way again. Can you guys see how this is in the way? Okay. All right. So see how it went all the way down to the bottom when I changed one thing? Okay. It's kind of annoying. So, but you only have to do this one time. So I'm just going to change it. 8 o'clock p.m. on the 7th. Okay, so now that one's there. Now, once you have ran this party once, okay, then you can go into the history where we just were with this square here. Click on history, type in the name of the party that you have posted this one pot outline to, and it will pull up all of the same times. Okay, so once you've entered these times in once and ran it as a party, it's already going to be in there, so you don't have to do this every time. So basically you're just changing the times the very first time. Okay, and it'll take just a little bit to do the scroll back up. Okay, here's number 2. Okay, so find number 2. I'm going to change it to the 7th. Then I'm going to come down here. There's number 2. I'm going to change it to 8:01. No, not you. You. Okay, so first post, 8 o'clock. Second post, no, sorry. What did we say the first day? Did we say 8:12? Yeah. 8:12. So I should have done 12 o'clock for the second post. Okay, so 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then you're going to go back up for number 3. But see how it's moving stuff around? So be sure you're finding the right number, okay? But like I said, once you get the times in there once, they're in there, Okay. And you can just run it from a party again. You're not going in and doing all this, if that makes sense. Okay. So,
And just a hint, guys, if that confuses you where it goes down to the bottom, if you go up to the top of the schedule where she was just at and click on the
here, I'll give you
show time, like right there where it says scheduled date, instead of most recent, if you do scheduled date, it will show you what's going on right now, like as the time and the days. So it's in order. That makes sense.
But what about,
So like when you change the time and it puts it down at the bottom or it moves it, so you're not, when you're doing a whole bunch, I found that it's easier if you go back up and hit the scheduled date. So if you're doing different days and changing stuff, then you can find the day easier instead of scrolling all the way through it. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Because if you use it as most recent, the ones that you changed are going to be at the top, and then you lose where you're at sometimes.
Oh, this is, see, my old ones disappeared again, or the ones I was just on. This is our
Yeah, because you didn't save it because you didn't post it. So
right.
Yeah.
So I see what you're saying though. So you can do the scheduled date and they won't just move all over.
Yeah, so like after it does that, it will automatically put it on the most recent. But if you do the scheduled date, it will put it in by day and time instead of like all at the bottom. Yeah.
Right. So that makes sense. So just click on schedule date here and it will put them in order. So
yeah.
Okay, so I was going to show you guys. So here, see where it says history? Okay, saved is where we were. Saved is all the posts that you just did where we said type in the one pot here and it pulls them all up, okay? But if you do history, okay, I'm just going to, I just did a party under Shannon's name, okay? So when I start to do Shannon's Pepper Chef Party, when I pull that up, see, not under saved, be sure you click on history. Okay, so Shannon, there's all of the posts that I just did for Shannon's party. Okay, so if we've ran this one pot meal once already, we can just type in the name that we did, click on history, and then go over here, select all, which is going to check mark them all, and then batch post it. Okay.
When you import the one pot meal, like I did from you, it will show up in your history also.
Once you import it,
yes,
it shows up in history too.
Yes, because I imported that. It was a shared party.
Okay, that's good to know. Did the times still not say?
The time is there. Everything is there. It's just imported, just like you shared it. Yeah.
Okay, let's see here, Jean. See, why does mine not say history?
Well, because up there in the little bar, you have to hit that bar, and there's other, see up there where in the bar area, see, and it'll drop down.
And shared.
Take one pot, exit out that one pot meal is what she's saying.
Yeah, in one pot meal, then it should drop down. Mine did.
Are you talking about this?
Nope, it had pictures and everything, just like the party.
Well,
I imported it, saved it, and it's history. It becomes a party then.
Okay, let me go back in.
I don't think mine did that either, Jean.
Okay,
Mine
so
did.
tell me what, Jean? I'm in history.
Tap that bar.
Okay.
The bar where you're at, tap that. And see, you can scroll down there and find the name of it.
Have you already ran it?
Well, when I import, I save it. Maybe that's the difference. And once it's saved, then you can go to history because it becomes history then.
Mine's in saved though, I think. Because see, yeah, there it is. There it is there.
Yeah.
So, Another way to get to your shared collections, see how I hit the lines here and clicked on shared collections?
Mhm.
So there's the one pot meal. If you need to pull it in, okay, there it's going to be as well. And you can just do it that way.
Okay.
Okay, you can share the link with others and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's going to be your send share. Okay, now it basically is going to have the words, the pictures, it's going to have everything. Okay, and so basically you're needing to check the times and stuff. And so when you check the times, just read through it and make sure that it doesn't say my name. Okay, and also some of these I think have the answers in there too, for your sake, you know, because I thought that's the easiest way to share the answer is it's right there by the game. Okay, so go in there and save those answers and take them out. You don't obviously want the game and the answer posting simultaneously. That won't be good. Okay, so be sure that you go through and take that answer out, but save it first so that when you are ready to run this party, you're not like, okay, what's the answer to this game? That's why I put them side by side. Okay, so you have them for future reference. All right, so the best thing that I probably would do is, since I have all this in here now, okay, so pre-party, post 1, post 2, and post 3. Okay, these are the 3 days. They eat all 3 days. Okay, then I hear my baby crying. I may have to pause for just a second and see what's going on. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a wrap up day 6. Okay, so you can see here day 1 is all about the deep cover baker. That's our main pot meal for this day. The posts there's 9 posts. They're going to run 8, 8:01, 12, 12:01, 5, 8:02. Okay. Party day 2 is all about the rock crock. It also has 9 posts running at 8, 8:01, 12, 12:01, 5, 5:01, 8, 8:01, 8:02. Okay. So you're going to see the same thing every day. 9 posts, all the days. And here's the themes: deep cover baker, rock crock, sheet pan, 12-inch skillet, breakfast for dinner. It's going to feature the egg cooker and all that kind of stuff. Okay. And then day 6 is just a wrap up. Okay. So the last, but it's the same time. Okay. So that way you can figure out, okay, you can copy, you know, paste, you know, print this out. So when you're going through those posts, setting them up, then you know the time that you can set for each of them. Now, if that time doesn't work for you, I mean, you can change the time. The reason we did those times in particular is because 1, 8 o'clock, you know, people are just kind of getting to work. Okay. And if you don't use Send Share or Post My Party, it's easier for people to post. Okay. They can post the 8 and 8:01 before they go to work. They can post the 12 and 12:01 over their lunchtime. They can post the 5 and 5:01 when they get home from work. And then they can post the last 3 of the day in the evening, you know, when they're, you know, relaxing or whatever. So that's why we chose those times. Also, your people that are on the party, their notifications aren't going non-stop. Because if we do it, you know, every hour, they're constantly getting notifications of this party. Well, here they're getting them 4 to 5 hours apart. Okay, so they kind of have a break. And that way you don't feel like you have to be on the computer all day. Okay, if you know that they're posting at 8 and 12 and you check the 8 o'clock comments, you don't have to, you know, worry until 12 o'clock, you know, checking it again. Because I feel like so many people on our team feel like they just have to be on their phone or their computer all day long checking for comments and things that are posted, and you don't want that as well. Okay, so that is, does that make sense as far as when each of the posting? So a 3 days for pre-party, that's going to run, I probably should put that on here as well. I need to put on here that this is going to be running Thursday, pre-post run Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, party posts, they run Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then wrap up day on Friday. Okay, so that's how the order is going to be. So those pre-party are going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The party days are going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for 5 days with a wrap up on Friday. Okay, so that's how we're going to start doing them. Like I said, if you really feel like what you're doing is working and you don't want to change it, then I mean, by all means, keep doing what you're doing. But if you're the reason we're doing so much of this stuff and just doing it different is because of what we heard from conference. Okay, people that are working with home office and also have been doing a lot, because the people that have been working with home office, they have been sending out surveys to people and finding out, okay, what do they feel like works? Did they like this? What would they change? So much of the information that we heard from people was because there was a lot of research done over what is working. Okay. So they said that when it comes to groups, they need to be inviting around 200 people. Okay. 200 people seems to be the sweet spot for groups. Okay. I had one of my girls, one of our new consultants, Sarah, I told her, I said, I will let you know that they said if you invite around 500 people, that's almost like you have 0 people on your party. Okay. She had a girl that invited 500 people and had 0 participation. 0. Okay. So just because they think, well, I'll invite 500 of my friends from Facebook, that does not mean their party's going to be successful. Okay. Because what Facebook does is basically, I think they just kind of shut it down. Okay. So when you're doing groups, I would say between 150 to 200. I just got done. I will close them today. Two parties, both at $500, and they both invited around 175 people, both of them. Okay. And so participation was good. I talked with the hosts, host coaching them. They both were very involved in their parties. That's the big key is involvement. Okay. With the hosts. Now for events. Okay. If you are trying events, they said, it runs between 200 to 300 people is kind of the sweet spot for events. Okay. So in order for events to have the right amount of people for it to be successful, it's between 200 to 300 people. Okay. For events. What else I'm going to add on here is the host coaching template. I'm going to work on that tonight once I get my last couple shows in for the month. And I'm also going to have the host coaching template on here. Okay. Because besides just doing a successful, outline and reaching out to your hosts, having your hosts know how they can help and what they can post on the parties is very helpful too. Okay. So every month I set up a group. See, if you see over here on my screen, see where it says August host right here? That is because that was my August host group. Okay. And so in my August host group, I posted all of the posts that I would like for them to share on their parties. Okay. And I tell them, this is what I want you to share today. Go in, copy and paste it and post it. Okay. But the important thing is that you are having at least one phone call with them. I know a lot of people would rather message than call. Okay. But I'm going to do stop share for a second. Okay. So when it comes to the host coaching part, okay, I know a lot of people will say, I'd rather just message them. Okay. But what I find is if you have one phone call with them where you say, listen, here are the things that I want for you to do. I'm going to add you to this group with other hosts so they understand that. Okay. There's going to be a post in there a day for you to post. Okay. And say, in the group, I give tickets. In their parties, I give tickets. I give things for their guests. But here's something that I do for you as a host. Okay. I'm going to add you to this group and we kind of have a little friendly competition going on with the other hosts. And so the first one, to get an order, or the first one to make their wish list, or, the one that is posting what I say every day, you guys are going to get special tickets into a drawing, of your own separate from your party, because you can't get things from your party, by guessing, but you can get tickets from this host group. Okay. So, but they aren't going to understand that or the importance of their participation unless you share that with them. And sometimes just a simple phone call, sharing that information with them is going to be better than if you just message them and say, hey, I added you to this group. Okay. So I will tell you another tip that I have, because you don't want to do what Melody did. It causes a major headache. Okay. So what I did is I added these people to this host group the same time that I added them to their parties. So what they did is they went on and added 500 people to our August host group instead of their actual party. So guess what Melody had to do? Actually, my friend Erin Brown, I was about in tears, and she said, Melody, I'm sitting here in my car line. I will delete all of them. And she sat there and she deleted 500 people for me, as I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have time to do this today. Okay, so note to self, what I would recommend, add them to their groups first, let them add all their people, then add them to that host group, so there's no confusion on which one I add my people to, because you don't want to delete 500 people. So just learn from your leader here on her awesomeness. And so, but you can also tell them if they understand, a little better. But see, I was training two consultants, and it was their parties. And so it was all sorts of confusion. So they actually added to the host group. So I was like, Sarah, why have 500 people been added from this party? So that is the best advice that I can give right there. So be sure you do that. But having that one phone call is really going to help with connecting with the host and then having your parties be successful. Okay. Because even if, and telling your host, get 5 outside orders from people that are not on Facebook. Okay. People that are not on Facebook, your friends, get 5 outside orders. Okay. If they can do that, they can invite between 175 to 200 people, and they are active in their parties. Okay. You can have successful virtual parties. Okay. You really can. So now you are going to have those hosts that don't listen to what you say. It's just a reality. Okay. But majority of the time, if you have host coached them and you have told them what you're going to do and they do it, then most of the time you are going to have a successful show. Okay. More times than not, at least. Okay. So do any of you have questions when it comes to the new outline or things with the outline, anything at all?
I'm excited to see how it goes,
Me too.
Mine starts in the morning, so
It doesn't?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I think I have one host that's in the flood, so I don't know. I might have to just wait on that party.
Yeah.
I think she tapped going, and then I think she got flooded. So anyway, I'm sure others are getting hit with that too.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I am sure.
But
Melody, do you have anyone?
Started, in my host coaching, when we're getting a few orders in, I start telling the host, the more you talk to your guests, the better this party's going to be. And if you can get it to 500, you will get $20 from me to spend on whatever you want in product, credit.
Mm-hmm.
And she pushed. And we delayed a day closing so she could push through, but she got it over 500.
Yeah. And sometimes, think about it this way, guys. When we have those double free months and we have this, you have to get to 650 in sales. Those are always my highest months, because they have a goal of 650, and they will push and push and push until you get to 650. And what happens typically, then they get to 700, and then maybe they get to 780, and they're like, gosh, now I'm only $20 away from 800. And so you end up with all these $1,000 parties because they have to get to 650. Okay. So sometimes dangling a little carrot like that of extra 20 and free, you get to this, sometimes that's enough push to get them to there, And I had in training, to two of these new consultants, I added them to my parties that I was running at the same time. So I ran 5 of their parties. So one had 2, one had 3. And then I ran mine. I added them to mine, added all of their hosts to the host group, plus 500 people. And then they were able to go in and watch. What is she saying? What's she doing? And Marsha was like, oh man, I was really feeling sorry for Nicole because you went in there and you said our host is this far away, from their goal and stuff. She was thinking, man, she must not have any orders. I said, oh no, she has orders. She has almost $300 in orders. But no matter where they're at, her goal is $20 more to get through. Right. Now her party's at 5 because I kept pushing. I didn't say what the number, goal was. I just said, my host is this far away from the goal. And she was like, oh, that is awesome. She's like, I was just thinking there was no orders on these parties. And so I said, no, there are. I said, but and then right away, 2 people contacted me and said, I want to order. Okay. So sometimes just posting, hey, your host needs this much in sales is enough push, to get them there. Because yesterday, one of my parties wasn't even to $200 and the other one was at $300. And now both of them one day later is at $500. Okay. Just from that little bit of push. And I know Misty just posted about yesterday about your party that ended up at $600. Okay. Sometimes they just need that little push. And that's where it's nice when they want something. Okay. The new products are coming out. Find out what they want. Have them make that wish list, because when they make that wish list and they see, wow, I want a lot of stuff, then that's a reason for them to get to that 500 or get to that 700 because they see how much stuff they actually want. Okay. So, it's good for all of your hosts, and tell them, hey, I want you to make a wish list so you can figure out what, everything that is that you're wanting. I give tickets if you make a wish list too, so because when they make that wish list, they see for themselves, okay, there's a lot of stuff that I want. Okay. Then once you have these parties going, if you have not checked out in Crushing It Virtually, okay, if you have not checked out what to do and what to send your hosts to try to get bookings, okay, you need to check that out. It's the very first day that I did under bookings. Stephen has his hosts get the bookings for him, okay? He had 27 parties this month, and he had $14,000 in sales last month because of the little trick that he told us. Go in there. He tells you exactly what he messages the host. He tells me.
I used that.
Did you
in
use
that
it?
party where she was wanting to get to 500 or more? I used that because I read that and I used it, and right away she got me 2 parties. I had booked one from her and she got me 2 more right away. She said, well, what does it mean for me? And I told her, and she's like, oh, okay. And the ones that she got the parties from, they were not present in the party.
Oh, really?
Right. She went out and found some.
She went out and found some. That's exactly right. If you have not seen that wording, I'm telling you, this guy, that is the only thing he does. Only thing he does. If you want to get your calendars booked, that's what you do with these hosts. Okay. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, or if you're not in the Crushing It Virtually, let me know and I can add you to it. But pretty soon, once we get through the rest of this week and all that training's in there, what we're doing from this Crushing It Virtually is we're setting it up as future training. So if we have new people, we can send them, here's the stuff you need to look out for bookings. Here's the stuff you need to look at if you want some host coaching tips. Here's the stuff for recruiting. Here's the stuff on follow-up. So it's all going to be together, all this training that we're doing. And so these new people that we have come on, it's going to be a great way to train our new people on virtual parties. Because think about all that training that is in there right now, sending that to our new consultants and saying, okay, do these things, and then you can have successful virtual parties. Okay. So that's the goal with all of that training that we're doing for Crushing It Virtually. But I'm telling you, do what Stephen says. Okay. You guys are going to have your calendars booked in a couple months. I mean, he seriously has a ridiculous amount of bookings. Okay. And his hosts are the ones doing it. But when you convince them, hey, you get a 50% off item when you, when someone books from you, it's a no-brainer. They're like, sweet. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I got from my 2 parties, I got 3 bookings from one and 2 bookings from the other, from these 2 that I just ran. Okay. So I'm starting out my September, with my virtual way more than I started out my August with. Okay, so give it a shot going forward, because what do you really have to lose? So, but yeah, all the wording is right there. You literally have to copy and paste what it says, because it literally tells you exactly what to do. Okay,
Exactly.
so if you guys don't have any other questions, I'm going to stop this recording, and then I'll make it available, for anyone else that needs it. Hopefully this will help as we do send, share, post my party, or not using one of those going forward. So like I said, in a pin post, be looking as we add more options to it, more different party options, so then you can start offering theme parties, to your okay. So thank you all for being on. I really appreciate it. And last day of the month. So here we go. We're starting September tomorrow. So it's the fall we go. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the fall. I'm excited for cooler weather. I'm excited. So, all right.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, you are welcome. We'll be talking to you soon.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Marty.
Bye.